Hey guys, it's Talion here, playing more Murders on the Yangtze River. Yeah, so last time we started the game and we managed to get through Chapter 1. So I guess we're off to find out what Chapter 2 has in store. It's definitely an interesting start so far. Yeah, we have some stuff being set up that seems pretty exciting. So let's just go for it. Okay. Oh, so there is also an autosave that we can potentially take advantage of in the future. But let's just... Although actually it seems to be 10 minutes behind, so it's not super frequent.
Still, it's better than if we'd gone through the whole thing and found out they didn't have a save.
Yeah.
案子破了，先生看起来也不是很开心。
Yeah, we have some loose ends.
Yep.
是因为还没搞清楚作案动机吗？
I am intrigued to see where they go.
Yeah, we don't know the motive. We don't know where some of the evidence went. We don't know what was
I have
up with...
a theory on the motive.
Yeah. We don't know what was up with that one lady who was, like, crying.
Yeah, what was up with that crying
Wait,
lady?
I actually forget what her relationship was with the guy. They mentioned that they've known each other.
Professionally related. She
was
like
right.
A manager
she was his editor.
Or something.
Yeah.
Editor, yeah.
Yeah, or publisher or whatever. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
这个不着急啦，等罗世文醒来再去问问就
Yes,
是了。
Afu is on the same page as us.
This has me nervous. Are we going to be able to ask him?
阿福，你可还记得？
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll be mysteriously dead.
Yeah, and of course
We all know
there's
how
this
that
too.
goes.
是为了查3年前英国伦敦先生哥哥的那起悬案。
It's the case of Shen's brother in London 3 years ago.
Is it his brother who happens to look very identical to him?
Yeah, they're
and now
twins.
He's hallucinating him in his mind palace.
Yep.
His brother, who he had kind of a contentious relationship with, and he's like,
the evil twin.
My very sinister brother. Can you please stop interrupting me when I'm trying to prove my innocence?
It's the whatchamacallit. Sherlock and what's his face?
The Sherlock Mycroft, exactly.
Yes, there we go.
That is the exact relationship that Sherlock Holmes and Minecraft had. And occasionally he would just hallucinate Minecraft being like, "You're a bad detective. This case is super easy." And Sherlock would just be like, "Really? Right now?" That's definitely how several of those stories go.
I mean, I would believe it. Okay, so it looks like the guy in the middle there is the brother, then.
Oh, yes. We've got a big cork.
Oh, and we've got...
Here.
Oh, I kind of wish... Do I have a... I don't have a cursor. I like to point with cursors. Maybe I should connect my mouse. Anyway, we see that... that one picture we saw at the beginning of the game with the guy in the chair. Yep. Presumably the brother.
Was a chair.
He does seem to be wearing the same, like, suit.
Yeah.
So that's the picture from there.
So the brother was in London for some reason.
Deadly hospital fire.
We've got a key. A key.
Yeah.
Those are definitely words on the map, which I'm assuming are London words. I don't know London.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get a better look at all this stuff later.
Deadly hospitals
or right now.
Claims lives. 20 patients.
Particularity of the location.
接触过案件细节的人，连我在内，他也不超过5个。我无意中在护报上看到一部连载的侦探小说。
Wow.
That was suspiciously similar.
就是罗佩写的那部
Yeah.
斗士一阵
Just as a heads up, I'm not able to see the visual until a few seconds afterwards, so sometimes I'm going to be a little delayed.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's cool. It's
yeah,
tech
I know.
issues. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, such is the nature of being a ghost, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, the spirit world. It's like
Yeah, the
time
connection is a little
wiggly.
bit
What are you gonna
tenuous.
do?
Yeah.
Yep. The Ouija board got
Shit.
like an update, and now everything's not working properly. You know how it is.
Yeah.
They'll patch it later.
Hopefully.
按理说，
Um,
这个远在湖南乡镇
but
里的侦
yes,
探
what's
小
it?
说
The
家，
confined room
不应该
mystery.
与伦敦那
A
桩案子
legally
有
distinct
任何联
concept
系。
from a locked room
Of
mystery.
course. That's trademarked, don't you know?
Yeah.
但诡异的是，
The Doyle estate is ruthless. Probably it's Christie who
先生
would have
难
the
道说
patent on that,
罗
but
佩小说中的作案细节与那桩案子一模一样。
Yeah, exactly the same.
唉，罗佩这一死，线索又断了。
眼下仅存的希望是昏迷中的罗世文，
we're running low on
也
leads.
许他会知道些什么。
既然这样，不如先去吃个早点吧。
Oh boy.
先生，跟你说啊，刚我路过一家小
Yep,
食
solve
摊，
a crime on an empty stomach.
True.
那里卖的臭豆腐闻起来特别香。
She has a one-track mind. Okay, here we go. Loading.
啊，还是外面空气好。先生，我们去吃糖油粑粑吧。
Are these the things that like churros are supposedly based on? There was like a whole history that some kind of YouTube video was talking about how churros are based on a snack from ancient China.
Huh.
你不是刚跟张之相拍胸脯，说要帮他长血衣吗？
Oh, so we are following up on that.
既然阿福兄弟愿意帮忙，寻
More
获
specifically,
血
a
衣
Fu is following up on that.
必
Yeah.
不可待。麻布头也不必安排衙役们去找了。是。
Yeah, we
我这不是
we need
想
those
找个旅
soldiers
游
for
车
wars and
转转吗
things.
在衙门里干等了一上午，那罗世文还没醒，可把我闷坏了。
You're just really out, huh? That's
那待会儿知
concerning.
县问起来，你打算怎么交差？
Is he unconscious or is he, you know, unconscious? Dead.
我可没答应帮忙。
He knew too much.
唉，瞬间没有心情找好吃的了。
Although if his novels were like based on real stuff, and if we're still theorizing that Li Xuan was the actual author,
Yeah, I think he was
then
the author,
he would-
which means
yeah.
he's the one who
he
has the
who
info.
knew
we
too
need,
much, yeah.
Which is a
we'll
fortuitous
see.
turn of luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it just turns out it was some nobody who died, and not the actual person.
Yeah,
we
so we don't
needed.
actually care. It's fine, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
走不走？
要去哪儿？
罗世文家，
Oh.
他首次作案，经验不足，时间又紧。
嘿嘿，先生的思路就是清晰。
I guess let's talk to these soldier guys. This is the courtroom. There will be no admittance. Okay. Master Lo was murdered. Nephew is the murderer. That ungrateful Lo Shiwen. Him. He's even a scholar. Yes, shame on him.
I like how he's both a good for nothing, but he is also a scholar in a society where that has a demonstrable
Yeah.
clout and status.
This ranking
He
list.
is that much of a fuck up. He, like, got into Stanford and everyone's still like, that good for nothing is not gonna amount to anything.
Yeah. Okay, how are we gonna do voices if you can't read?
Well, the thing is, I can
just, like,
read it.
Just with a
It's
delay.
just, if you just give me a couple seconds for the text to come up, just a little bit of a delay, and we'll move forward.
I guess we'll have slightly delayed voices then.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Are we in voice, or are we in reading them out loud stage now?
Yeah, I guess.
Alright. Oh! There's a circle drawn on this paper, and there are also many words written on it.
The character in the middle ring all seem the same. I wonder what it is.
We don't know how to read it.
Seems to be a pass list of the candidate examination. I'm not sure why it's here, though.
Wow! All these people on the list are scholars?
The candidate examination is divided into county level, prefectural level, and academy level. This list is for the county level examination. But
what, Shen?
nothing. I don't actually know which direction we're supposed to be going in.
Pick it.
I can't seem to go up or down anywhere. Soldier Chen.
Climb the ladder.
Oh. Is it?
Shen, is this Lo Shiwen's house?
That's correct.
Jeez, that delay.
Okay. Sorry. Officer Ma has issued an order that no one is allowed to enter.
Soldier, do you remember us? We're the detectives who solved the low pay case this morning.
I remember. You're the accomplice. That is what we told them. Accomplice is not allowed to enter. Soldier, you were entrusted by Judge Chang to search for evidence. Please let us in. Alright, go in then. Lord has instructed if it's Detective Shen investigating the case, we should cooperate.
Your words really work.
Yeah, we're playing as like a cool dude.
We're so cool.
We have to explore everything else first, obviously. Who's this conspicuous looking old man?
Yes, that old man clearly did it. I don't know what it is, but he did it.
Yep.
Shen, look! This is Makino Bamboo! Special interest activated.
Yep. He's so excited.
I'm still figuring out his voice. After carbonization, this type of bamboo can be used to make excellent filaments for lamps.
Oh. Oh.
Ben, that green fish looks so beautiful.
It's a very detailed fish. This type of fish is called Vangana decora, and it is a unique species found in Hunan province.
Wow, it does sound delicious.
It would be great to have a fishing rod.
Do you also want to eat fish, Shen?
I just want to go fishing.
Then let me make a fishing rod for you, Shen.
No, let's investigate the case first.
It seems like you went through some internal struggle.
Really wants to go fishing.
Really wants to go fishing.
Ah. This is a dry well. There are many ants around the edge. The door of Lope's house is tightly locked. There are seals on the door.
And as we learned, you can't fake a locked room.
Of course.
That's what we've learned from this.
Should we go investigate the other direction? I think we should. This is not the direction to Lo Shiwen's house. Who's this guy? Some kind of bookseller?
It doesn't matter. It's not the direction to Lo Shiwen's house.
He's got a little, like, star hanging from whatever he's got there. I love the book hat. Very fashionable. Alright, fine. Let's go to plot.
Fine, if we must. It's quite hot.
Not only is it hot, but it's also very stuffy. Yeah, there's a burner. It's just the beginning of autumn. Why did he start to burn charcoal?
Unless he was burning evidence.
Mmm.
Does Lo Shiwen have a weak body, needing to cover himself with a quilt even in the hot summer?
Hafu, do not make assumptions.
That's literally what we're here for, Shen. Shen, let's finish the search as soon as possible and leave quickly.
Just peek on the floor. Alright, right to left.
A wooden bed. Judging from the color of the wood, it's been around for quite some years. Then there's a newspaper on the ground. Ugh. This is the report about Lope. But...
Ooh.
The faces of both people in the photo were repeatedly punctured. Well, that was the crying woman.
Yeah, this should be an act of venting anger.
How much resentment must have been in Lo Shiwen's heart?
Oh no. Don't eat it!
Don't eat it this time. Wow, isn't this a delivery food box from Cow's Snacks? This snack shop is quite famous locally. Let me see what delicious food is in the food box.
Hafu, don't touch other people's belongings without permission.
Anyway, Lo Shiwen won't be back. What a pity to let it go to waste. I'll take care of it instead. basket of steamed buns.
Oh my god.
They're all mine!
It's so hot here. These buns have stayed here for 6 hours. Be careful, they might be spoiled.
That's because the sun has disinfected them. Don't worry, Shen. It's not spoiled. These steamed buns are incredibly delicious.
Lovely. On the wall. It looks like something was hanging there and like got taken down.
Yep. This wall is a bit strange. This blank face on the wall seems to be cleaner than the rest.
Can you analyze the possible reasons for it?
There used to be calligraphy or a painting hanging on it, but it was recently taken down.
Exactly.
I wonder what's in this cabinet. Let's open it and see.
Oh.
Many crumpled papers are falling out.
Let's see what's written inside. 30 minutes? Spent a while looking through those.
The killer attacked someone with a rod, but it rebounded and knocked himself unconscious. So the victim turned into the killer, and the killer turned into the victim. Shen, it appears that all the crumpled papers in this cabinet are discarded novel manuscripts.
Very likely indeed.
I didn't expect that Lo Shiwen was actually writing novels. Man, it's almost like...
Yeah.
Almost like... Shen, what do you think of his writing?
I think it sounds suspiciously similar.
Yeah,
His
come
ideas
on,
are
Shen,
unique,
catch
but his
up.
writing techniques are not yet mature enough.
Is writing technique important, Shen? I've literally never read a book before.
Who cares about that?
It's probably secondary, really.
Yeah. Certainly. If one only has ideas without proper techniques, it's hard to create a good story. Clearly, Lo Shiwen was not satisfied with his own writing either.
Okay, but I think that's Lope's writing, and it's all just stuffed into the cupboard. Having crumpled them into paper balls, yet not wanting to discard them. Indeed, Lo Shiwen's life seems rather awkward.
Well, now I'm thinking that it was probably like a collaboration between them. That... I guess it looks from this that Lo Shiwen was the one who came up with the
it's
ideas,
possible.
and then
He's
Lope
the
was the one
idea
who
guy.
wrote the
Well, the
the
thing that I'm going to
stories.
note is that Lo Shiwen had his handwriting down perfectly.
That's true.
Which
that is also
to
a good
me
point.
suggests that he was the one doing the final write, which
Yes.
would suggest that he's the one with the writing skill.
It could be the other way around, that Lope was the one generating the ideas.
Yeah, that's
and
why Lo Shiwen's murder plot sucked. He's not the ideas guy.
Yep. Oh, is he gonna notice that this handwriting is different? It seems that someone is helping Lo Shiwen improve his writing techniques. These few sheets of paper all have notes written in a delicate and elegant handwriting. The editor?
I mean, the editor would make sense. She edits.
Yeah.
Delicate and elegant. That can only be a woman.
Of course, obviously.
The Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, The Adventure of the Navy Treaty, and A Case of Identity. Shen, are these all detective novels?
Translations of the Sherlock Holmes series written by Arthur Conan Doyle.
And don't you think the middle of the bookshelf feels particularly empty?
Yes, judging from the imprints on the partition. There used to be some ceramic vessels in the middle of the bookshelf, but they are now gone. What does that mean?
There are some indentations on this paper that look like handwriting.
Time for some rubbings?
I see. These are traces left by a fountain pen.
Yes, someone used a fountain pen on the table to write something. But the paper with written words has already been taken.
Then, who's depicted in this portrait?
It is Moriarty, the criminal mastermind from the Sherlock Holmes series. That's certainly someone to have on your wall!
He picks an idol. He's like, yeah, I want to be just like Jim Moriarty up here.
Wow.
Lo Shiwen hung the portrait of the criminal mastermind here, so we could see him while writing. It seems like he admires him quite a bit.
That's a good sign.
No wonder he became a murderer.
Of course, makes perfect sense. What was that? Middle shelf.
There's some pills in this bottle. Could they be a knockout drug?
Let's take a look.
Smoking cessation pills.
Those are massive.
Yep, you gotta, like, really swallow and pray with those.
Yeah.
Does this Lo Shiwen smoke opium, too?
That's highly possible. It's also the same lock, yeah. The wardrobe is locked.
There's definitely a dead body in this one, too. The padlock on top is similar to the one at Lope's
It's his
house.
body.
Yep. That's just a straw dummy that's in jail right now.
Yep.
Shen, should I try to pry it open? If I were Lo Shiwen, I would definitely hide the bloodstained coat in the wardrobe. Just makes sense, you know?
All right, it's up to you. Okay. So I guess is this just trial and error? Okay, so it's not that one. Oh boy.
You know,
So
I
you're
warned
opening
you
the
about
closet.
these.
Yep.
I warned you about all these bodies in closets.
Yep.
I was like, that is a suspiciously body-sized wardrobe.
这柜子里躺着一个
This is
女鬼啊
where the demo left off when I played. Wow, fun.
Dun dun dun, indeed.
是一具女士，已经断气多时了。
Are we back to voice parts?
Yeah, well, these have voice acting, so I think we can
Cool, yeah.
let them do their thing.
Thumbs up.
This is the same lady, right?
I think so. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
be
think-
honest, the proportions kind of make
Yeah.
her look like a child, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is her.
Yeah, probably. So we saw her for a bit, and
And
Okay, but
she
that was, like-
probably doesn't
yeah.
have a suspiciously similar looking nephew to disguise as her.
yeah.
So that one probably was her.
Yeah. That was also that same evening, but like he
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of time to do that.
Not a lot
'cause
of
he was
time. It
very busy
probably
setting up
wasn't
that
Lo
crime
Shi Wen.
scene. Yeah, it was probably someone else.
Somebody was trying to frame Lo Shi Wen, and they're like, what do you mean he got taken in for a murder he actually did? They're like, that good-for-nothing college graduate.
见过他。
Yeah, they were exploring the room the entire time while this body's rotting. It's true.
Look, Afu
They had no way to
has
know.
an amazing nose for scents, but as we learned, camphor wood wardrobes cover up bad smells, so obviously he couldn't smell
Yeah.
a thing.
沈先生，我好像听到屋内有人叫。
Truly, the wardrobe is the perfect place to hide a body.
这
They're
是
gonna be like, you two did it! I caught you red-handed!
It's like, god damn it, again, we just got done with this.
啊，又有人死了！难道罗世文又？
君爷，不忙下结论。
It's like,
先容我们调查一下
probably
尸体。
not Lo Shi Wen, actually. Autopsy time. Pulls out scalpel. It's like, finally. Are we back to reading things?
Yeah.
Alright. Shen, this is the girl we encountered by the creek last night. I also saw her photo in the newspaper.
According to that article, her name is Liu Picheng, editor at the Golden Words Publishing House. She was a longtime partner of Lo Pei, and she was responsible for editing all of his books.
Oh, how did Miss Liu die?
We can only determine that after a thorough examination of the body. Alright, let's get started, I guess.
Autopsy. Autopsy.
The deceased's face is noticeably bruised and swollen, with a bluish-purple color. Yeah, and there's like marks on her neck, so she was probably strangled?
Yeah, I'm no doctor.
Yeah. It's probably caused by strangulation of the neck and obstruction of blood flow. There is a deep red mark below the throat, with localized discoloration and epidermal peeling. There seems to be symptoms of fractured laryngeal cartilage. This is a fatal injury. She was strangled to death. The strangulation mark is thick, long, no sign of finger pressure or crescent-shaped nail marks. It shows a weapon was used. The murderer may have used a rod-like object to strangle the victim. What
So
is
not
this?
like a flexible rope.
Yeah, it, I think, had something on it. Oh, is it like a bamboo pole or something?
Yes. It's great for filaments and lamp and murder. What can't it do?
Yep. There are also 2 vertical marks evenly distributed on the surface. Afu, this needs to be documented separately.
Got it. The weapon is a rod with 2 vertical marks.
Had me theorizing the entire case. Nice. Is 20 steps ahead of everybody. Yeah, that's like both fun and frustrating.
I think the thing with the sort of Ace Attorney style of presenting clues is that you can't really skip to the end, and sometimes the path they want you to take
Yeah.
is both linear and not necessarily intuitive.
Yeah.
So you're kind of sitting here with like, I've immediately figured this out, but I cannot call the bastard out yet.
Her jaw joint, neck muscles, upper limb muscles, and leg joints are all exhibiting rigor mortis. Rigor mortis has spread throughout the whole body. No signs of relaxation yet. See, there's something around her mouth, too.
Yeah. It's not just
Was
blood, it's also rice
Yeah.
cake, probably.
Could be.
That rice cake just gets everybody.
Blood foam at the corner of her mouth. There's also white powder on the lips. The white powder looks somewhat familiar. Was she fed
It
those
sounds
last 2 rice
familiar.
cakes?
Damn it, Liu. I know the rice cakes are delicious, but you gotta stop eating those. Shen, let me take a look.
Of course he can sniff out the food.
Yeah. There's a smell of rice. Yes, it's crumbs from a rice
Sniffing
cake.
machine.
As long as you don't stuff the evidence in a camphor wardrobe, we're good. Could it be that this girl, like you, ate a rice cake with knockout drugs? I mean, it could be a regular rice cake, Afu. There are a lot of rice cakes in the world.
It is possible. Yikes.
Suspected rice cake. The alleged rice cake.
Liver mortis was found on the wrist of the body. Abrasions and contusions on the fingertips, with minor subcutaneous bleeding. Fingernails and surrounding skin damaged, possibly from scratching or clawing. Common defensive wounds in strangulation cases, suggesting victims struggled before death. So then she
Which
wasn't
suggests
knocked
that
out.
She was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Liver
It was
mortis is
just a
present at
regular
the
rice cake. The
ankles.
rice cake was a white herring.
Yes. There is stiffness present in the toe joints. What does that mean?
Who's doing this verified stamp? I don't think that's how
he does it himself after he finishes.
Yeah, he
Like, that's
verifies
done.
his own
Yep.
findings. That's not good.
How are the results of the investigation? The girl in the wardrobe was strangled by a blunt weapon. The time of her death. Her body shows total rigor mortis with no signs of relaxation. The finger and toe joints are stiff. Trust me, exactly.
Trust me, bro. I mean, we did that for a whole murder case. Why can't we do it for more?
That's true, yeah. Preliminary assessment indicates that the victim was killed approximately 14 hours ago. But the time of death can be influenced by various factors. My judgment may not be precise. The temperature in the room.
Yeah, it's
that's
a
always
hot
the
room.
thing. Yeah.
It's a
done
hot
deliberately.
Room. So she was dead for not longer.
For less time, yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah, because cold can slow the decomposition, but it would also drop the body temperature. Yeah. I don't know that we measured body temperature, so I don't think that matters. Yeah. So the heat made her decompose, or the process start more, I think.
Presumably.
Because that's why it's important that we saw her. Because we
know that she was alive.
If we do the timeline.
That time, yeah. I'm actually not sure at this point how long it's been since then, but yeah, I guess we'll figure it out as we go.
It's been at least an hour and 30 minutes or something.
It will be advisable to have a coroner conduct further examinations for a more accurate analysis.
What? You mean
it's good that you did not die during my shift.
Wow. You mean our autopsy isn't enough?
I wonder when you came on duty. Was there anyone else who rotated shifts with you? Afternoon. Not long before I came on duty, Officer Ma assigned only me to guard.
Oh man, what if Officer Ma did this one?
It was Officer Ma all along.
Officer Ma, I'm on to you. It is currently 2 p.m., which means that you arrived less than 2 hours ago.
It seems that you have limited information as well. Then, what should I do next? It's a murder case.
Maybe we should
go and report to Judge Chang right away.
Yeah. The cop is like, what do I do? It's like, well, you're the cops. Ken, what should we do next?
We need to reinvestigate the room from the perspective of a crime scene. Right, I wanted to take a look at our...
Yeah, we gotta learn about rigor mortis.
Yeah. What have we
got? Rigor mortis.
We have this, too. 3 levels, we heard about that, yep. And these numbers announced in the form of a circle. Okay. Huh.
Auspicious. But the candidate stuff, so that's just like the first level. This is just like round 1.
I guess. That's cool. Now, Moriarty.
The Napoleon of crime. So, okay, hear me out. Lo Shiwen is a student. His teacher is the guy who inspired Jim Moriarty and the one who taught him how to do crimes. That's why he's got Moriarty's picture.
Interesting. What? Huh. No! Okay, what have we got here? Usually begins to appear 1 to 3 hours after death. Okay. Yeah.
Factors such as external temperature.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna be relevant.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I feel like we haven't, or at least I haven't really seen this used as evidence for, like, say the time of death, posture of death, whether there have been any changes in the state of the body.
Posture seems to be important because it would suggest that her wrists and ankles were the lowest parts of her for a while.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, let's get searching.
We've already seen the wooden bed. Do you want to still go through it again?
Well, this is new, at least.
Okay.
Who has to comment on the wood?
Yeah, judging from the color of the wood, it's been around for quite some years. And it's really hot in this room. I'll extinguish the charcoal brazier.
Ooh.
Shen, look. This is partially burned fabric, isn't it?
A random note about the demo. For some reason, there was a random sock on the bed, and Afu immediately assumes it's a kink, which is a shame that they removed that.
Kinky Loshi Wen. Diversity Wen. This murderer is active in the kink community.
But also about the burned fabric, would that have been the coat? Because
it could have been the coat, but like
I feel like Lo Shi-wen would not have had time to go back and burn it, so I wonder if he could have had an accomplice that went back and burned it.
I think that the brazier is small for a coat.
Well, you could have burned it like parts at a time.
Yeah,
there's plenty of time if you're not actively setting up a crime scene.
He could have, but like my instinct right now is somebody else, actually mostly unrelated to Lo Shi-wen, did this. This is just vibes at the moment. And I think the brazier was...
They would have had to have a way to unlock the wardrobe, though. Like, unless they also...
Okay, no, that's a good point. And I guess
it. But no, even if they pick it, they would have to have a way to lock it again. So presumably, they had the key.
No, that's fair. And now that I'm thinking about it, my assumption was going to be that the brazier was lit to disguise the time of death. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure that they would have had an expectation that that would be a problem. So
yeah, maybe.
It probably was that the brazier was to dispose of this piece of evidence, and they just
also, I don't know how much
going.
It's like common knowledge in this setting that temperature would affect the investigation in this way.
It's like, it would have to be somebody who knows this and knows that people investigating
Although, if they're people who read/write a lot of detective literature, then they probably would know.
Yeah, no,
it.
for sure. These are knowledgeable people, and maybe this guy's math professor is an international criminal. If we meet the professor, like, I'm just saying, if a guy shows up, he's like, ah, yes, I'm Lo Shi-wen's math tutor, I'll be like, well, there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
This is silk. From its color and pattern, it looks the same type of fabric as Lo Pei's lost coat. Yeah, there you go.
He made the Sherlock coat out of silk.
Yeah.
Which is such an English weeaboo thing to do. He's not winning any cosplay competitions like this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming the original probably would have been wool or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because like,
But,
it's to
you know,
keep you warm.
yeah.
Is the thing.
This is
So,
China,
like, silk
and
is
this
doing the
guy
opposite.
needs to show off how fancy he is. So obviously
How fancy
silk
he
is
Yeah, exactly.
the number one choice.
We
Because,
don't
you know,
care
he's
about-
cosplaying Sherlock Holmes, and Sherlock Holmes is the fanciest.
The fanciest guy. Everybody knows that. Like,
Yeah,
he was
of
doing so
course.
much cocaine. What a fancy guy.
All right.
But Could this be the bloodstained coat we've been looking for?
Lo Shiwen was wearing that overcoat when he disguised himself as Lo Pei. The fabric is quite distinctive. I don't think I could mistakenly identify it.
Sorry, the delay is something fierce, so...
Yeah.
It seems that Lo Shiwen used the charcoal brazier to burn the evidence.
Try it just one more time. See if I can. Oh, I can keep going in the meantime. There is a possibility of that.
Brazier? Although there remains only fragments. Jeez.
Oh no.
I'm looking at the stream in the other end. I'm like, oh geez. Yeah, that's a long delay.
Hmm.
I'm fully live, so there's nothing else I can really do. Sorry. But these should be enough to report to Judge Chang.
Oh boy, that is a really long delay.
Yeah, Shen, look here. I have found crucial evidence.
What evidence?
Footprints. They must have been left by the murderer. Foo.
We've also
Yeah,
been
these
walking
are
around here this whole time. I feel like if there were any footprints
Foo.
from the murderer, we've already long since covered them up.
Are they our footprints, Foo?
Also, I'm wondering what that is. That dirt is. It looks like ash
It
or
looks
something.
like soot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like soot.
Yeah,
So I
hang
want-
on just a
we have
second.
to-
I'm gonna hop off of the stream and hop back on, and maybe that'll help.
I don't know if that'll do anything, but
I don't know. Yeah,
try.
we'll find out.
Yeah. Ah, ashes or charcoal. Yeah.
Footprints.
How about you take this opportunity to review the method of footprint analysis? Oh, we're doing this,
Ooh,
huh?
that actually did speed it up. You mentioned a proportional relationship between height and bare foot length.
Okay.
Yeah, much better. Footprint size doesn't equal bare foot length. We should consider shoe type and features.
Yeah.
By subtracting inner and outer differences and allowing for space, you can get the bare foot length. Lastly, multiply the length of the bare foot by 7. Just because. Ding. Then you can roughly estimate the height of the murderer.
Makes sense. You
Just
remember
a few
well.
are these our shoes.
Yeah.
I got it. There are
Of
two
course there are.
murderers. Oh, god damn it, Afu. Their souls are respectively of wave pattern. Okay. Yeah, that is just a thing.
Yeah,
that's
you
needed.
can say it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we can just...
It's a thing.
It's a word.
Why did you
It's a
stop?
word.
Huh?
Because there are footprints. Yep.
I carved one for myself a few days ago.
My shoe sole has a wave pattern.
And he's just like, yeah, I was waiting for you to catch up. After all that, it turns out to be our own footprints. Finding clues is really difficult, isn't it?
All contact leaves a trace. This principle applies to detectives as well.
Yeah, I know. It's just like Shen woke up last time. He's like,
Yep.
did I do it?
Yep. When we
Did
focused
we
on
do it?
on finding the murderer, we tended to ignore our presence at the scene.
No, today I must regain my dignity.
You look so mad.
So mad. I'm going to investigate every footprint in the house.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. Maybe there were some that we didn't trample. 30 minutes later.
You find like a footprint on the roof and you're like, okay, well, bright side, we definitely didn't trample that, but...
Maybe there's
After
footprints
searching
under
the
that
entire
newspaper.
room, the only footprints I found were mine and yours. Oh yeah, under the paper? Yeah. Makes sense.
Hafu, please record this in the case file.
Huh?
Oh? Do you want to record this too?
I think maybe what this proves is that the ash got there after
After, yeah.
the murderer
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. But there's probably something under the newspaper, so...
Maybe, yeah. Sometimes the absence of evidence can be just as important as the presence of evidence. So many things to look at.
Jen, do you think the marks on the wall are related to this murder case?
I cannot determine any direct connection at the moment, but
It is also possible that there is an indirect connection.
I think it all depends on what exactly used to be there,
Yeah.
and if we can find it.
It was a poster of, if a murder happens in this house, it was this person.
Yep.
The rare pre-murder writing name in blood. I'll also take a note of it.
Good. There's a report about low pay in the newspaper. The faces of both people in the photo were punctured. This should be an act of venting anger. I wonder if also they were trying to obscure the face.
Maybe
I don't see why, though.
another
Probably
victim
not.
switcheroo.
Well, it could have
By
been
the
that it was
way-
also like Lo Shi-wen in that photo with the fake mustache. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way. How did you know that the steamed buns were delivered 6 hours ago?
That's a good question, actually. I didn't question that. It was
It's
written
like
on
I'm
the
Sherlock
note next to the
Holmes.
box. The
Well,
21st,
okay, Shen,
7:45
but like they
a.m.
could have.
At the end of the alley, Lowe's house.
That could be faked. That could
Yeah.
be a forged steamed buns receipt.
It is approximately 6 hours ago. Maybe, like, that's when the order was placed, and then they were delivered after that, or something.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Come on, Shen. You know what happens when you make assumptions in a murder case. A killer gets away. You are really perceptive, Shen. Afu's like, I literally never would have thought to look at the receipt. If I had known something like this would happen, I definitely wouldn't have eaten those buns.
How was the taste of the steamed buns at the crime scene?
They were delicious, not spoiled at all.
The cabinet is filled with crumpled, discarded manuscripts. Clearly, Lo Shiwen is not satisfied with his own writing. But recently someone has been helping him practice writing techniques. Maybe she was murdered because she was helping him get better. And this person couldn't stand Lo Shiwen becoming a good writer.
Yeah, or again, I'm like, the thing that's getting me is the exact handwriting match.
Yeah.
This suicide note looks exactly like the rest of the manuscript.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing we know about his motive was it should all be mine anyway.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I do still think that he's the one who did the writing. It's just like, okay, is this all secretly Lo Pei's writing? Is it the reverse, where the editor was helping Lo Pei and he was going to cut Shiwen off?
Could be.
I don't need you anymore. I learned how to write.
I guess it could also just be that the original books were heavily edited by the editor.
By the editor. The editor was the one who actually did it all, and Lo Shiwen's just an entitled dick.
Yeah, I don't know. There are many detective novels on the bookshelf, including several translated versions of the Sherlock Holmes series. Furthermore, judging from the imprints on the partition, there used to be some ceramic vessels in the middle of the bookshelf, but they are now gone. I don't see them around here anywhere.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye out for ceramic vessels. The more I think, the more suspicious it is. The words on the paper must be related to the case. What were the words on the paper?
We don't know. It was just some kind of imprint left from someone writing something.
It would be great if we could recover the words from the paper.
We can do that.
If only there was some way, but sadly there is not.
It's not difficult. You just need to use this. Do we have something for that?
Do we have charcoal on us?
Oh, we have this charcoal?
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of charcoal. Good idea, we burn the paper. Perhaps we could apply charcoal to the paper. The indentations can be made visible.
Ooh, new mechanic.
Mechanic. And us English speakers sitting here like, ah yes, it's all coming together now. The one-time mechanic.
Yeah.
Once it switches to egg delivery.
Yep, there we go.
The words appear. Take a look and see what it says. So, which is funnier, do you think? Shen is the one doing the charcoal rubbing, and Afu is the one over his shoulder triumphantly saying the words appear like he had anything to do with it. Or the other way around.
I think probably Afu looking over the shoulder.
Yeah, he's like, I helped so much.
They just appear like magic.
They just appeared. Ooh.
Yeah.
Books were written by Lo Shiwen, inadequate. Lo Pei deceived us. Editor responsible.
So who would have been writing this? Presumably that murderer. But like, who are they to this whole situation?
I guess
Very
we've got to get
mysterious.
into the cutthroat world of publishing.
Yep.
The literally cutthroat, the almost literally cutthroat, the strangle throat.
Exactly,
world
yeah.
Of publishing. Final ultimatum, if not reported, extraordinary measures never tolerate.
I wonder if the words we can read are just the words that this person wrote, like, particularly strongly.
Yes.
Like, they're just really digging in there.
Ancient bold.
Yeah. Extraordinary measures ever tolerate.
Okay. So I am gonna note a thing. Because this is a letter in Lo Shiwen's house.
Yeah.
But it was written here. Because, like, we wouldn't be able to do this for a letter that was just sent to them.
Yeah.
It was
must have been written on top
of this
yeah,
piece
on
of
this paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I guess it could be a truly wild circumstance where, like, they mailed it with the blank piece of paper that was underneath it, and coincidentally they also used a fountain pen that is
would be weird.
Completely different from this fountain pen.
Yeah. Also, I wonder if it's relevant that they used a fountain pen and not a brush.
Yeah, well...
Because that seems like...
Okay.
I guess probably more of a Western style thing?
It is more of a Western
like,
style thing.
Even Lo Shiwen and Lo Pei were, like, using brushes.
Yeah. So it could be that literally this is a Westerner doing it. We meet a white guy and we're like...
You! Yeah.
Racial profiling finally works in reverse.
Of course.
But, like... Yeah, I think that some of why they use the fountain pen is just because this whole, do the charcoal thing mechanic would not work with calligraphy ink.
Well, obviously,
like a brush.
From the mechanic standpoint, yes. But I mean, like,
standpoint.
I'm just wondering if there could be a plot.
We'll keep an eye out for white guys. But yeah, so it seems like from the content of the letter, my guess is, again, Lo Shiwen was the actual writer.
Yeah.
But they were probably hanging off of Lo Pei's reputation. Like, Officer Ma said that Lo Pei hadn't really been, like, a big deal beforehand, but it could be like, oh, here's, he's an elder, he's at least respected compared to Lo Shiwen, the most good-for-nothing Ivy League student in the world. And so they're like, no, we wouldn't buy these books if we knew it was, shitty Lo Shiwen doing it. There might be like a status thing with the authorship that they're like, how dare you deceive us? So yeah, they found out about this. They're mad about it. The editor is responsible, so Liu Picheng in the wardrobe was a part of this.
Yeah,
and it
clearly
seems like they were maybe going to report things, and that would have had consequences, I guess. I guess it's a crime to do that in this setting.
Yeah, weird.
Or something. So.
Also, I'm just realizing, what is up with whose hand? Just makes it look like he has too many fingers. Is that his thumb on the top there?
I think that is his thumb, yeah.
It's just like too long and awkwardly shaped. It could be, though.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward... I think the idea is that he's not resting it on his hip, he's resting it on
the strap, yeah.
Yeah.
It just looks very weird like that.
It looks weird. Yeah.
The text is not complete. This should be the second half of a letter.
It seems that Lo Shiwen is accusing Lo Pei of plagiarizing his book.
I don't know. I was talking about Lo Shiwen in the third person.
Yeah, I mean, he could be just that bitch, but like...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I can No, none of you truly understand. That's mine. It belongs to me. All of this is mine. Literally all of this. I see. It's understandable why Lo Shiwen would react that way when being accused.
It's sort of bothering me that this poor lady's body is just lying here this entire time we're doing this.
We can't touch the crime scene. There's gonna
Like
be
how
an
this whole
actual
conversation
coroner here.
just a dead
any
body
moment.
right there.
Lo Shiwen also mentioned that the editor had responsibility. Isn't Lo Pei's editor Liu Picheng that dead girl in the wardrobe?
It's the motive.
Ugh. Is this the reason why Lo Shiwen killed her? A foo. Head shop.
It is still difficult to make any conclusions now.
Another 30 minutes, we just kind of sit here with the body. And the house has been searched thoroughly.
咱们接下来怎么办？
Shen... Oh, wait, hang on. We've
吕
got
先生是
voices now?
7个时辰前遇害的，
Oh yeah, I guess it is voice now.
Yeah, voices.
14 hours ago.
命案发生的时间差不多在子夜，也就是我到罗佩家后不久。你我很可能是最后见到他的人。阿福，昨
I
天
mean,
晚上
aside
你在
from
镇上，
murder.
可曾注意到什么异常？
咱俩分开后，我就去找船长介绍的那位阿大哥了。然后在铁匠铺看他打了一晚上铁。
Just does this for fun, I guess.
Yeah, you know, the hyperfixation.
终于把需要的零件做好了。
Oh, right. He was getting parts.
跟命案有关的事，还真是没注意到。
那也正常。
先生，咱们去问问镇上的人吧，说不定有目击证人呢。
虽然可以一试，但案件发生在深夜，
Ah,
有目击证人可
an
能性很
animated sprite.
Yeah.
白天说不定更有希望成为突破口。
白天，案件不是发生在晚上吗？
We don't know.
这么做的理由是那盒包子
We
告
don't
诉
know
我。
about that. That's-
包子啊！
It was revealed to me in a box of
That's
steamed
a-
buns. That's right, I'm
You
psychic,
said the
but
motel
only with
Since
steamed
I'm
buns.
So that box contradicts a certain clue at the scene. Oh, the footprints?
Yeah.
Because the person who
Yeah.
left the steam buns clearly didn't leave footprints.
难道是脚印？
没错，有人将包子拿到了屋内，却没有留下任何脚印，这显然是不正常的。
你是说有人清理了现场的脚印？
可能是送包子的人，也可能在他之后还有其他人出入过。无论是谁，此人必定与案件有重大关联。
确实，否则他没有必要清理现场的脚印。
被清理掉的不只是脚印，
The scroll.
屋内虽没发现打斗的痕迹，但死者身上是有抵抗伤的，那些痕迹说不定也被清理了。
I
And
wonder
it's
if
probably not
the
blood this time.
if like the scroll was hanging on like a rail.
Yeah.
If that could have been
The bamboo rail that
Yeah.
strangled her.
maybe.
Which
guess we don't really
suggests
see-
that it was not premeditated so much.
Yeah, who knows?
They took the scroll because the bamboo rail had evidence on it, and they couldn't. It was like, I don't know if it was broken or something, but it was like, no, we shouldn't leave this on the crime scene. And they can't leave the scroll because without the bamboo to hold it up, it can't be on the wall.
没错，
先生，我们快去找这个人吧。可以先去卖包子的那个高氏小吃看看。
顺道再买点好吃的。
I mean, that's important. It's an important witness.
吃倒是次要的啦。我想搞清楚吕先生
Like,
作案经
I
历了什么。
mean,
他为什么会哭得那么伤心？又是怎么变成了今早这样？
吴大娘，这便是案发现场了。
he's like, that's right. There's something I care about more than food. Tears of a woman.
这屋里可真热呀！
Oh, we have a coroner.
Coroner.
又是
Coroner.
你们在这里干什么？
We're the culprits, clearly.
当然是在调查现场了。
Topless time again.
大胆！
Dude, we just solved a case for you.
断案缉凶是衙门的职责，沈先生管得未免太宽了。
柜子中的尸体是我和阿福发现的，我自然是不会袖手旁观。
想袖手旁观也不行啊！谁知道马捕头会不会又把先生当成凶手？
若你们真的清清白白，本部岂能冤枉你们？闲话少说，
I
赶紧出
mean,
去！
but you did, though.
本部和吴大娘要调查现场了。
Mr. Shed, please leave quickly. If Officer Moss sees you, he'd draw his sword again. Why are you talking like that? Are you okay? This guy is just like...
He's just very lazy.
Yeah. About to fall asleep. I have a few questions for you, soldier. I'll leave after asking. Okay, go ahead. Have you seen anyone suspicious, soldier? Everything is normal, except...
Except what?
Old Cho. He was wandering around early in the morning. Is it an old man dressed as a scholar? Yes, he's an old scholar.
Go and ask him.
Okay, go ahead. Is the seal on the door pasted by you? Yes, it's me. Can you remember the exact time when you put on the seals? I arrived at noon and first went to post the notice on the wall. I stayed for 15 minutes. Then I came here to put on the seals and stand guard. Soldier, do you know anything about Lo Shiwen? He's a loser. Lo Shiwen is a lazy bone. He's
He is the most
grateful,
loserous,
vicious.
successful scholar in the world.
No wonder everyone dislikes him.
It's like, we learned that he's got all these special privileges, and it's like, no, everyone hates him. Ungrateful and vicious. Had Lo Pei treated Lo Shiwen well?
Lo Shiwen doesn't work, usually. Lo Pei provides him with food and clothes and a place to live in.
Did Lo Pei do this because his articles were actually written by Lo Shiwen?
Lo Pei is a great writer. He is the pride of our Hero Town.
So I think Pero Town might be like Peiro Town.
I guess
I think that might be why they're like, we renamed it.
I don't know. Even children don't bother to read what Lo Shiwen writes.
Well, I mean, I hope not. Those are graphic murder stories.
Alright, I guess that's it.
Yeah, so I do think he was the one who wrote all the books.
Yeah.
I'm also like, okay,
He's so
if we've got cultural knowledge of the scholar stuff, because he said he was a scholar, and that's true, question mark? But like, if that's true, then what is a scholar supposed to be doing for a job that everybody's like, "Feh, he doesn't even work"?
So, do you want to be this guy then?
Oh, sure. Alas, my heart is burdened with sorrow and worry. Sir, have you seen any suspicious individuals around here? I lament that my heart's desire remained unfulfilled. I have no words to express my sorrow. Shen, it seems like I didn't quite understand.
He did not explain anything. Sir said he is troubled by something and he is not in the mood to talk until he solves it. Do we have to solve this guy's problem before he'll talk to us?
Yes, that's what being a detective...
Oh, did he lose that thing that's up on the ladder?
Yeah. And the ladder's broken. Okay, well the ladder could also be... I don't see any vertical things, but I am gonna note that there is a missing rung on that ladder.
Yeah.
Sir, what has been troubling you? I am sad and worried, as if a thorn is stuck in my throat. I look up at the roof and sigh, alas.
Okay.
Looking up at the roof and sighing, is your trouble related to the eaves? It's my admission ticket on the thatched eaves. Wind bullies me because I seem old and weak.
The wind can sense your weakness.
The wind can sense weakness.
It's just like, oh, there's an old man. Let's mess with him.
There's an old man. Time to mess with him. What the old scholar meant to say is, the wind swept his admission ticket onto the roof.
You learn fast.
Shen, all of this nagging is starting to bug me, Shen. He's a needler. He needles. Oh, Shen, it seems you've started talking in his way.
Just a joke.
Sir, we will find a way to help you get your admission ticket back. After that, could you please tell us what you've seen in the vicinity? I pay you for your great kindness. Alright, so... I assume if you go to the ladder, it'll be like, hey, you can't climb that. But
we
I
can
mean,
talk
like,
to
it
this
might
guy
give us
now,
some
too.
clues about, like, oh, the thing,
Yeah, maybe we have to do something
the
else
star
for it.
on the stick.
Oh,
The
food. There's a
bookseller's
ladder
got it.
here, but it's already damaged.
If only I had brought my invention, the robot hand. I could easily grab things within
robot
reach.
hands. Did you ever play The Great Ace Attorney?
I haven't yet, no.
Yeah, because I think it takes place around the same time period. I feel like there should be a crossover.
Yeah, I was
because that also has
like,
steampunky elements added.
Yeah, I was getting extreme Great Ace Attorney vibes from Afu.
It's the same setting. Exactly the same.
Setting. Yeah, this
Except
is all
these are in
happening
China.
concurrently.
And yeah. I think this is probably a little bit earlier, but approximately the same.
The Great Ace Attorney is it set in London or is it set in America?
It's
it's
set
America.
partially in Japan and partially in London.
Okay. So I choose to believe that these are happening exactly simultaneously.
This one says it's like early 1900s, and I think Ace Attorney is maybe like 1910s-ish.
Okay.
It's roughly the same.
Those are not necessarily contradictory times. 1900s, 1910s.
Yep.
They are happening at the exact same time.
Yep. And they both reference Sherlock Holmes. Except I don't know if he's real in this universe.
Yeah.
But I'm going to choose to believe... Well, no. It's Sherlock Sholmes is real. Sherlock Holmes is fictional, but Sherlock Sholmes is out there in London right now.
Sherlock Holmes is not the inspiration for Sherlock Holmes, and he's very confused why everybody cites Shen Chunping as the actual inspiration.
Long-distance water cannot quench immediate thirst, my brilliant inventor.
Well, that sounds like a pet name. Well, it is more practical
They
to
changed
repair the
Sherlock's
ladder.
name on the books in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
They literally heard a guy's name, and they were like, that sounds cool, but we'll swap it around.
Oh, it's because it's copyrighted. They're like,
Yeah.
we can't use the name Sherlock Holmes, so we'll make our own knockoff, Sherlock Sholmes. We'll make our own knockoff Sherlock Sholmes and call it Sherlock Holmes.
The Sholmes estate is incredibly litigious.
Yeah.
They know a lot of lawyers.
It's true.
The ladder is missing a crossbeam. We need to find suitable materials to replace it.
Alright. Now let's go.
Now we talk
Post
to
the
the
Mist Works
bookseller
by
and
Master
steal the
Lowe.
stick.
What is with that
Losing
star
no
thing?
time.
I guess I'll be this guy. What is with this whole character? The book on the head, the star thing. What is going on? Young lad, this is incredible. A ray of enlightenment is bursting from your eyes. You are truly a natural genius in reasoning.
Did I really have such a remarkable talent all along?
Indeed. I, Hu Laoquai, have never misjudged anyone's abilities. If we could unlock the reasoning pathway in your mind, imagine the heights you could reach.
Can I unlock the pathway to reasoning? It's like Afu has invented a robot hand, but he's like, no, I can do more.
Yeah.
I haven't reached my true potential.
You're lucky that I just opened my stall today and you happened to come by. Read 10 detective novels from my stall and you'll become the reincarnated Master Lo II. Mr. Hu, we are investigating the murder at Lo Xuan's house. May I ask you some
It's
questions?
like, there was another murder already?
Sure, go ahead.
Mr. Who, you haven't told me how to unlock my pathway to reasoning yet.
He just did. You read 10 of his detective novels.
No, because he didn't hear it, because he hasn't unlocked the pathway to reasoning.
I selected a set of books for you. Once you finish them, you will become a master of reasoning. You can start with these detective novels. Once you have gained some experience, you can start reading Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is the more advanced literature, yeah? Save Master Lowe's books for later, as they are more advanced and require deeper understanding.
Ah,
Yeah,
they're more advanced than Sherlock Holmes.
of course. Remember, it's not enough to just read once. You must read attentively, closely, and repeatedly.
As long as I read all of them, will I become a detective as skilled as Shen?
Of course, I, Hu Lao Kuai, never lie. Would I sell books outside the court if I lied? Soldiers from the court often buy books from me. Each of them has a copy of Master Lowe's book. Especially Officer Ma. He buys at least 10 copies whenever Master Lowe releases a new book. Otherwise, could he become the sergeant? Do you know Liu Picheng? Are you referring to Ms. Liu, the editor of Golden Words Publishing House? Master Lowe's achievements today are largely due to Miss Liu's insight. I still have her business card.
New clue? Did Miss Liu know, did Miss Liu know many people in town? Has she ever had conflicts with anyone?
I'm not sure about that. After all, I'm just a bookseller. No information.
No information.
How much do you know
You were
about Lo
useless.
Shiwen? That ungrateful brat is truly the biggest mistake in Master Lowe's life. Wow!
You know, I know we arrested him for murder, but I feel sorry for him.
A little bit, yeah. Master Lowe just spoiled him too much. That's why. What do you mean by that? He is completely dependent on Master Lowe for his livelihood. Yet he spoke evil of Master Lowe. It seems
Yeah,
like
I'm
he
gonna
feels
be
Master
real. If
Lowe
we
owes
find
him
out that-
something.
If we find out he's the one who wrote all the books that everybody loves, and everybody treats him like this, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, he should be so grateful for all that Master Lowe generously gives him, I'm gonna be like, you know what, retroactively, can we let him off the hook for this? Like it was one murder, you know?
Yeah.
Is it because he thought that Master Lowe's works were written by
What do you
him?
mean he
Okay,
thought?
Afu,
Like, either
I
they
am
were
just-
written by him or he was lying. There's no he
yeah,
thought.
I'm like, yeah, it's like, what do you think happened? Did they have like regular blackouts? And he's like, wait, did I write this book? It's like us when we woke up.
Yeah, did we do this
Maybe
murder?
I just wrote a
Did
book
I write
while
the
I
book?
was,
Yeah.
you know, unconscious. Like, and I am even gonna note for like, if it was this idea was taken from me, it's like, okay, but a plagiarism scenario where the culprit is your uncle is much more likely than like a plagiarism scenario when it's like, I think this author who just, you know, happened to be writing a book a year before I was publishing, you know, somehow found my writing and plagiarized it. It's like, no, they'd have the means to do that.
Just a few days ago, he even claimed that Master Lowe would put his name on the novel. He doesn't deserve it.
What was Master Lowe's reaction to this?
Master Lowe simply smiled it off.
Yeah, because he knew he was gonna do it. Is it possible that Lo Shiwen was telling the truth? Lo Shiwen? The truth?
Young lad, you have no idea what he could write. Once he bragged near my bookstall. I couldn't stand it, so I let him write something. He struggled to write even a few words for a long time, and eventually went into a fit. I mean, okay, look, writing something on the spot like that sounds like a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Write me a best-selling novel right now.
Okay, yeah. I guess that's it.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna say immediate things. He struggled to write words for a very long time. Could be dyslexia. It could be like, oh, he's not good at the literal act of writing, which would be
yeah, like just because it takes him a long time and is like stressful for him doesn't mean that he can't do it. Maybe he sits at home for hours and days,
being a perfectionist,
and then eventually writes something.
Yeah,
like that doesn't disprove anything.
Yeah, the thing that I will say is, like, I'm admittedly making some assumptions about what being a scholar means, but it's like, you'd feel like you'd have to be good at, like, writing quickly for, like, tests and essays and things. I know that there are exams for this, so it's like, he'd have to be good at writing, which is part of why I'm like, okay, if it was something like dyslexia, and then, like, Lo Pei does the transcribing so that the characters come out cleanly, but then he's just been taking credit for it. I was like, that could explain why, like, handwriting shenanigans, we'd need an extra, like, explanation for how that suicide note got written. But it could be a thing to do with that. I do think that it would be hard to be a scholar in this type of setting if you had a learning disability. I feel like that is a much more recent thing where any kind of accommodation exists.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that to be a thing, but yeah.
Sorry, say again?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect the game to do something like that, but it's possible.
Yeah, like, it would require a lot of, like, okay, this detective is aware that dyslexia exists, even though historically we don't have a lot of words for it. It's like, you know, it's possible, but maybe not so likely. The thing that I'm wondering, though, is if they've been pulling a big switcheroo for so long, then maybe the reason he was struggling to write things is because he realized that the bookseller
wanted to make sure it was different.
his handwriting. Yeah, and he's like, oh, I can't just do this.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess you want to just, like, alternate? If you take this guy, then?
Oh, really? Chung Ta, this is the detective, Mr. Shen, that I mentioned. Shen, this is the blacksmith Chung Ta. He is highly skilled in ironwork.
Chung Ta, I would appreciate your help with the boat repair parts.
You're welcome. Chung Ta, we're looking into the murder case at Lowe's house. Could we ask you some questions? I'm noting that he didn't say Lo Shiwen, so it's like there were two.
Yeah.
Oh. Go ahead. I wonder if you've seen a rod with such vertical stripes. If only we knew where a rod with such vertical stripes could be.
Yep.
Rod? Not a clue. Vertical stripes. Looks familiar. Please Please tell us right now, what is this pattern? Well, it's vertical stripes, Afu. You just said that. Vertical stripes. Definitely seen them before.
I feel like this guy's only half paying attention to us. He's just focused on his work here.
Yeah. Can't remember right now. Well, Chungta, last night when you were making the parts for me, I came across a small booklet. The booklet had many illustrations of various weapons. Ironwork manual. Take it. Okay, just 1 second. Thank you, Chungta.
Okay, that's good to know.
Shen, the recent orders and blueprints of the blacksmith are all in here. It also has the customer's information. So if we go through this, we'll definitely find an iron rod that did the murder. It's definitely made of iron and nothing else.
And Chungta the blacksmith, right?
I heard from Chungta he came from a rich family and even attended a private school for a few years.
He told you all that?
He's right there. Later, his father smoked opium. He couldn't afford schooling and learned from a blacksmith. Again, he's right there.
Yep. Let's see what's inside.
He's like, I learned so many sordid details about his family life and gossip.
I guess he was just watching him work all night.
Yeah. Okay, so the old bamboo dealer is noteworthy because it was definitely bamboo.
Yeah, and it was also definitely that one man that was standing by the bamboo with the knife.
The old man. Didn't I just say I don't know what he did, but he did it? I called it the second I laid eyes upon him. No, if it turns out that was Sam, that's gonna be so fun. Oh, the old bamboo dealer requested, Judge Chang planned to gift an oxtail sword, adding 2 copper rings and cloud engraving.
I mean, those could theoretically be vertical stripes, but they're also too, what should we call it? Too elaborate.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna put a pin in that as probably it's gonna be a red herring accusation. Mr. Cow requested adding a rolling axis on a rolling pin to make dough rolling easier. I don't think it's gonna catch on, though. Lo Pei wanted to order a sharp, short dagger for self-defense. The one stuck into his chest.
Wow.
That backfired. But I am gonna note, he ordered a dagger for self-defense.
Yeah.
Right before he gets murdered. So, like, he knew something was coming.
He knew.
Ma brought his arm guards for improvement. Chungta suggested adding vertical straps. So I think the arm guards could also be a red herring. Like, they're definitely
I don't think that's even
thicker,
remotely close to what we're looking for.
Yeah. Judge Chang ordered an improved hoe to boost farming efficiency. The following pages are all about choppers, farm tools, and so on. Nothing special. You can just ignore this bit.
I'm guessing there's nothing else this way? Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it.
There we go.
Okay, so it's definitely bamboo.
Yeah, it's bamboo. Yangtze, do you know anything about Lo Shi Wen? An eccentric and unpredictable person. It seems Lo Shi Wen has a really bad reputation in town. Even Cheng Ta doesn't like him. Cheng Ta, the friendliest
likes
man
everyone.
in town. Yeah,
I wonder why
we know
everyone
this.
dislikes Lo Shi Wen. Oh, hello.
Everybody hates Lo Shi Wen.
I have a fluffy.
He always claims that Lo Pei's books were written by him.
So this is something he's been trying to tell people for ages.
Trying to tell people for a while.
Wow.
And if he's right, I'm gonna be so mad on his behalf. This poor guy. Bored
Damn.
by his words. Go ahead.
Cheng Ta, do you know Liu Picheng?
No, I don't.
That's it. Alright, that's fair, I guess.
That's, yep.
No messing around with this guy. Oh, bamboo cutting knife.
There's a bamboo cutter standing in the corner, and on its handle are tied 2 iron hoops.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, but they're not, like, spread apart. The murder weapon is a rod with 2 vertical stripes.
And I feel like that handle is just too short. Like,
Yeah.
you would have to be able to, like, hold it on both sides, right?
On both sides, and one of them is a blade.
Yeah.
Could it be the handle of the bamboo cutter? Cheng Ta, you're under arrest.
We can compare them to see.
So drag it.
Yeah, it's clearly not
Yeah,
it.
that looks like a no.
Oh, wait. It's... Okay, yeah.
Not match. The shape of the stripes is quite similar, but the spacing is inconsistent.
The length of the handle is also not enough. Ah, the snack stall.
Shen, this is cow's snacks. I can already smell the delightful aroma coming from the steamer.
Let's go and have a chat. What would you like to order? Buns, cake, fried twists and noodles, wonton, tofu curd. No tasty, no penny. That's such a weird way to say it. We're detectives investigating the murder case at Lowe's house. May I ask you some questions? Feel free to ask. I'll definitely cooperate.
I'll definitely super cooperate. Your steamed buns are so delicious. Is there a secret technique?
Good steamed buns must be made with meat in good condition. Lo Shi Wen often come here to buy steamed buns. Lo Shi Wen is our regular customer. Usually he prepaid for 5 days worth of steamed buns. We deliver them to him every morning. Were the steamed buns delivered to his house this morning different from those on other days? No difference. They were all freshly made. But I heard that he's been arrested. So, did we still deliver to him tomorrow?
This is indeed a big problem. How about this? You deliver them to the court instead?
Can you manage both the business at the stall and food deliveries at the same time?
Yang the errand runner, takes care of all the delivery orders.
Ah, that guy again.
Talk to you again.
Where is young now?
He's delivering rice noodles to those soldiers.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Kao. Mr. Kao, how much do you know about Lo Shiwen?
You know his uncle, Lo Pei, is a renowned writer, right? Our town, Parotown, was renamed because of him. Business in our small shops has been booming due to the influx of readers attracted to our town.
Please tell us what you know about Lo Shiwen.
Alas, Master Lo was highly esteemed. Never expected to end up with such an incompetent nephew. Lo Shiwen...
Everybody hates him.
Yep. A scholar has passed the imperial examination.
Yeah, okay, thank you. He is a scholar.
Yeah.
He passed the examination.
After the exam system was abolished, Lo Shiwen turned to opium in despair and lost everything.
Oh.
Okay, so every scholar is a loser now.
Interesting, yeah. What do they mean by the exam
we've
system
got
was
some
abolished?
history.
Huh. Are they gonna give us some notes about that? Because I'm curious to hear what happened.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Master
This is
Lo
stuff
taking
that-
him in and helping him quit smoking, I'm afraid he would...
Gotta go, good luck on the case. Well, thanks for coming by, Katie.
Yep.
The face of him gets me every time.
Opium is really evil.
His eyes are just too far apart. It's really bothering me.
It's the
It's a face.
the glasses. The glasses.
Okay, hang on. Water break.
Yep.
Did Lo Shiwen quit opium later?
So I hear. But he still needs to take opium cessation drugs daily.
Okay, we found that.
Oh, well, that sounds like that's gonna be bad for him in prison.
Yeah.
Those drugs were also purchased for him by Lo Pei.
I wonder if they're, like, using that to... I don't know, blackmail him or whatever.
Yeah, something. Something's up. Indeed, it sounds like Lo Pei has treated Lo Shiwen quite well. This sounds like a lot of ironic dialogue.
Yeah. Having such a good uncle was truly a blessing. Unfortunately, he's very ungrateful. Whoa, his face just completely changed in that sprite. That's horrifying.
That's right. I have shape-shifting mustache powers.
I wonder if you know Liu Picheng.
Yupi Cheng. Oh, you were referring to Miss Liu.
That's right, it's her.
Master Lo accompanied her to my stall several times to buy rice cakes. I've also seen her and Master Lo taking a photo together, right at the entrance to that alley.
Yeah, that's right. They've got photos right now.
How is Miss Liu's relationship with others?
She should only have one acquaintance in the town, Master Lo.
You should only have one acquaintance?
Has Miss Liu had any conflict
She's
with
not
anyone?
allowed to have friends.
And you would think, given how popular Master Lo is, that people would be interested in her.
Yeah.
I know
We've
nothing
got
about
a
that.
sordid hive of gum and writer-ness. Mr. Cow, please try to recall more carefully and see if you remember anything.
Why don't you go and ask my son? Miss Liu occasionally played with my son, so he might know her better.
I wonder where your son is now.
At this time, he should be playing by the creek. My son's name is Cao Tian, wearing yellow clothes. Go and try to find him.
Alright.
I guess it's the creek in these ways.
In memory of him.
Oh, by creek, do they mean the one with the fish? My commander said
Yeah,
no.
that might be it.
Extra Chang got the news. He's worried that the murder suspect might escape. That is entirely reasonable.
Yeah, and thankfully we can prevent that by posting one guard on this road
Oh, something
and
happened.
just leave the wide open space on either side completely free.
Yep. Afu, what's wrong?
I suddenly remembered the business card I saw earlier. The seal on it looks somewhat familiar to me.
We saw like the imprint of a seal on that letter, but whose seal is this?
Yes,
'Cause this
it was
Yupi Chang's card, but is it stamped with her seal? That would make sense, but it wouldn't make much
like it
sense
could
for
be
that
the
letter
publishing
to be.
company.
Yeah, that would make sense. So would
Yeah.
the sender of that letter also, I guess, be associated with the company? That would also track.
The writer of the letter.
Yes, there's a similar shape on this piece of evidence.
That's right.
There it is.
Letter imprint, yeah. Oh, so it was the letter.
Yes, the outline of the seal matches perfectly with the symbol at the end of the letter.
Yes, that means that the strange symbol is the imprint left by the seal on the back of the paper.
Exactly.
Shen, if the person who wrote the letter is Miss Liu, wouldn't the whole situation be reversed?
Can I read it again?
Like if she was writing a confession?
Editor responsible. I guess, maybe. We can't...
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't
I
seem like we
guess
can
there
read
were
the
a
whole
lot
thing.
of words missing. It could be something like editor is not responsible.
Or like, as the editor, I am responsible. Something. Who
Yeah.
knows? So I guess it
Yeah,
could be
that-
her.
Could be her.
Molasses animation. Love it. Very likely indeed. Inadequate in the letter doesn't refer to Lo Shiwen, but Lo Pei. Editor, responsible, actually means Miss Liu felt sorry for her fault.
It means Miss Liu wrote the letter to the publishing house seeking justice for Lo Shiwen.
And Lo Pei killed her to stop her from doing that. Except it happened after he was dead. It was his ghost all along.
No. We figured it out. Here's the order of operations. Lo Pei got killed by Lo Shiwen. She wrote a letter to the publishing house to get justice for Lo Shiwen. Lo Pei, who was dead, killed her. Went back into the locked house and then wrote his own suicide note out of guilt for killing Miss Liu. And then Lo Shiwen realized that the suicide note that his dead uncle wrote implicated him for murder, so he took it instead. But he didn't actually write it. It was dead Lo Pei.
And that's why the handwriting matched. Of course,
And that's
it
why
all
the
makes
handwriting
sense
matches.
now.
Of course.
Not only that, but There are also annotations in a delicate handwriting on many of the discarded manuscripts. Well, we can see that handwriting now. We can compare it.
Yeah. Remember, yeah, delicate handwriting
Yeah,
equals
must be a woman.
always a woman.
The handwriting
Always a
in the
woman.
annotations is the same as the handwriting in the letter. There we go.
I will take your word for it, Jen. Ah, so the person who was revising Lo Shiwen's manuscripts was Miss Liu after all.
Yep. Oh, we still haven't found a way up this ladder, too.
Yep. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have to mug the bookseller. Maybe we just get bamboo. And that's how we get to the realization.
Yeah,
Jen,
yeah,
There we go, Afu. We're on the same wavelength. Again, bamboo can be used to repair the ladder. Uncle, we're detectives helping investigate cases. Can you cut off a section of bamboo for us? We can use it as the beam of the ladder. Which is not actually important to our case, but...
As seen.
The ladder's ladder beam.
Oh, okay. Alright. I heard Master Lo was murdered by his nephew.
You also heard about this.
What a terrible thing. Lo Shiwen was incredibly lazy, loafing around all day, relied solely on his uncle. It's unbelievable that he would kill his own uncle. It's a shame that someone as talented as Master Lo had to come to such a tragic end. He couldn't use any of the existing bamboo. He had to cut a nice fresh one for us.
Nice fresh. That is
There
way
you
too small
go.
for the ladder, buddy.
A section of bamboo long enough to be used for bean. No, I think it looks the right length for the ladder.
Thank you. It's a beam.
Alright, we can maybe check what else is over here. Oh, is the...
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah,
find the
here's
kid.
the kid. Aw, he's cute.
Hey, little one. May I ask if you are Tien Tien? Yes. You know me? We're detectives and we're catching bad guys. Would you like to help us? I love detectives the most. I also want to be a detective when I grow up. Just 1 second. Alright. May I ask you a few questions and will you answer them seriously? Yes.
Do you know a lady with short hair, a round face, and glasses?
Yes, I do. That's Sister Liu, and she's not a bad person.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sister Liu was bullied by bad people. Have you seen
He's
anyone
like, I'm not
who
explaining
bullies her?
death to this child.
Yep.
Master Lo is the bad person. Oh. Somebody who will speak ill of the dead. He insulted Sister Liu and even pushed her right here in this courtyard.
When did it happen?
Now, I am going to note that, like, the surname thing, it could be a little confusing, but the day before yesterday.
Did you hear what they were arguing about?
Let me think. Mr. Liu was talking about something like, oh wow. Co-author?
Maybe. That's... Child could have also misheard something else. It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
from
I'm like,
just that.
phonetically, it sounds more like Cow, the rice cake seller, but like that's his dad.
Yeah.
So I think he would recognize his own surname.
Yeah.
So I think it's meant to be something that would be like co-authorship.
Maybe.
Co-aw. Shen, do you know what co-aw is? So maybe it wasn't like Shi Wen solely wrote the books, but maybe it was legitimately a co-author effort. The idea guy.
Yeah. Could be. Tian Tian, are you sure Sister Yu said that?
Yes, Sister Liu did say that, and I heard it clearly. Then Master Lo got angry. Very, very angry. Then he pushed Sister Liu. Detective, Master Lo is a bad person. Go and catch him now.
Out that.
It's a little tricky. Yeah. Oh, well.
Tian Tian, once the truth is found out, we will make sure the bad guys are punished. He's so happy.
It's great. Then I'll go and continue playing.
It's like, yes, punish the bad guys.
Hooray for punishment.
Why are we stopping? Oh.
Okay. Detective, I have another question to ask you.
What question?
If ants are moving, does that mean it's going to rain? If it's going to rain, I need to tell my daddy to close his stall in advance. This dad is relying on 5-year-old prognostication. Well, ants are sensitive to changes in air humidity, so... But the weather doesn't seem like it's going to rain. So what are the ants going after? Oh shit, there's another dead body in the well. Tian Tian, you got it wrong. Do you see the white crumbs on the back of the ants? Those are food they're carrying.
There's food inside the dry well. So that's where he disposed of the rice cakes? That makes sense.
Yeah. And
The
that's
white
where she
crumbs.
was. Okay, so the liver mortis, I think, is going to eventually be, oh, she was in a specific position and moved. So I think her body was in the well for some period of time.
Maybe, yeah.
Which might be where the rice cakes come in.
Hafu, it's possible that there is something in the well.
Another dead body.
Where'd those ants go? Rice cake.
I was gonna say the ants were animated even before, which is... Shen, I'll go down the well to have a look. I'll do anything for rice cake.
Can you go down?
The width is just right for me, but if I were any bigger, I probably wouldn't be able to get in.
Let's first go find a rope and then go down the well. There's a rope right there, dude.
Yeah, it's a well. Shen,
The bottom
that's
of
what
the
wells
well
are.
is deep and the opening is narrow. Be cautious. Oh!
A moment later. It takes us 30 minutes to go through, and a moment to go down the well.
Oh, what do you find?
Yeah, that was the easiest well trip ever. Then I found some rice cakes and a belt for a coat down in the well. There was a discarded rake head in the well, and the belt was hooked onto it. The rice cakes are all smashed. It took me a while to pick them up, but I did because I will do anything for rice cake. Okay,
This belt
so this
was
is
the
the
one
belt
on
from
Lopez's
Lopez's coat.
I saw it last night. The belt also has blood stains on it.
Now we can report to Judge Chang. We only found fragments in the coat and the brazier. Now we have new evidence.
Why didn't Lo Shiwen dispose of the belt and the coat together?
Let's think about it later. My working theory is that Liu's body was in the well for some time because the livor mortis is going to be used to suggest that she was moved. And I think the belt could have been used to keep her body, like, hang her up or down or whatever, like pull her up.
Maybe.
I don't think there were signs of restraint.
Yeah, no, there
But
weren't.
the thing that hits me about the wrists and the ankles being lowest makes me think that, like, they were both underneath her. Which, being, like, hogtied would explain that, but we didn't see rope marks.
But given how narrow the well is, I don't think she could have been hung in any kind of weird position.
Yeah, like, her body definitely could have fit, because I'm gonna take a wild swing and say that even slender Afu is meant to be a little bigger than her.
Probably smaller than Afu, but still, like,
yeah,
he could pretty much just go in, like, yeah, I don't think she could have been, like, bent over in
yeah,
there.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm working on it for the moment because it's we're figuring it out.
Yeah, we'll see. Alright, what's he got now?
I just made another discovery. Shen, look at this. There's a thin red and yellow thread in the brick crevices of the well wall.
Interesting.
Who was wearing red and yellow?
Yeah, exactly. Was the coat red and yellow? The coat's like kind of brown.
Coat's brown. Yeah. Coat's brown.
Yupi Cheng wasn't wearing red or yellow.
Yeah, and Shiwen was wearing blue.
Yeah. This thin thread is relatively clean and brightly colored, as if not exposed to the sun and rain. It must have been stuck here recently.
Then I will also keep it.
It's like one thread that's like multicolored. What is that?
Yes.
Interesting.
Red to yellow.
Strange.
Blood.
Okay, it is about time we should start to kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Can we?
If we can.
Can we try the bamboo thing?
Yeah. What is? Shen, these vertical marks look like some kind of decorative pattern on a rod. What kind of rod would have such vertical marks on it? Holding a bamboo stick, what kind of rod?
I can't think of anything right now either. During the investigation,
We're just,
we need to pay special attention.
Holding up the bamboo
Can we like
stick
get back in the
between us.
mode of?
I can't think of it.
How do we get back to the?
Yeah, that's bamboo. I don't know what
Can
to
we
tell you.
activate the comparison mode? How do we do that? Or do we have to like
I
get
think
to
you
a specific?
have to like be prompted for it.
Yeah.
I am legitimately wondering if you use the bamboo in the ladder, if it'll trigger
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cutscene where suddenly
probably.
they have a brainwave.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try next. Do we want to do that now or save that for next time?
I'd like to do that now, but we
try
can
to do it
maybe
this time.
save interrogating the old man for next time. I can handle that.
Look at him go.
It's done.
It seems that the paper on the roof isn't the admission ticket. What is it then?
You already knew it, Shen. The 4 books annotations. It looks like the cover of a book.
It is a book, but perhaps not a very good one. It is a cheating tool.
How should we explain this to the old scholar? I've searched around on the roof, but there's only this piece of paper.
Show it to him first.
He's
Alright,
like,
can we
yes, this
examine
is
the
my
bamboo,
admission
though?
ticket. I use
I want
this
to
to
examine
get
the bamboo.
to
Yeah, I was gonna
Look
say.
at the bamboo.
Bamboo! Let us see the bamboo! Old man, show us your bamboo!
You guys. I can't believe that old
Here,
man
let's
did
go
it.
through. What
We didn't
new
even know what he did,
information do we have?
but he did.
Admission ticket? Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense. So is this like Spark Notes? Well, I guess it's more for actual
A
cheating.
unique cheating tool.
1/14th the size of it. Okay. Oh. Wow. That's pretty incredible, actually.
The ancient book with the smallest size text.
That's very cool. You want to look at any of these other things now? Alright, I think this is probably where we should end for
Yeah.
today. I'm so mad about
Yep.
the bamboo, though. Shh, let me see
Look
the bamboo.
at the bamboo.
It's right
Sinister Shen in his head is just like face palming. He's just like, okay. He's like, I guess come to me when you need help or something.
Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today then. We're gonna pick up right here and talk to this old man about his
The old man will
cheating
spill his secrets.
books. Alright, cool. New case to investigate, new evidence to examine. Lots of stuff going on. Alright, well, I guess next stream will be next Tuesday, 7 p.m. EST, the usual schedule. So, I'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Alright, have a good rest of your day. Bye.